My name is Amber Reed, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, you could have ate healthy, you chose not to, do you really need to go on vacation, you need to buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, guten Morgen aus Deutschland, good morning from Germany. Right off the bat, I'm gonna have to apologize for my voice, but there hasn't been any rain in Germany, and we're still going through that heat wave, and so my allergies are a lot worse because the pollen count is so high. But we're expecting rain later on today, and then throughout the weekend, and the heat wave is supposed to taper off. Let's hope for that. Also, thank you so much for all of your suggestions concerning what I could add content-wise to my channel, as Amber is just spinning in circles. It's just ridiculous at this point. I gotta tell you guys, I did try or start to react to her latest, the weigh-in video. But then I quickly realized that she's saying the same things that she said over and over again. And as a result, I was saying the same things. And so I cut it off and I told you guys I'm not going to do the reaction. And so I asked you guys to give me suggestions, what you would like to see on this channel, what you would like or what you would enjoy me reacting to. And I'm gonna pepper in some of that new content, me reacting to things other than Amber. In the future, some of them will be not on a regular basis, but foodie beauty, just here and there, not keeping track on what she's doing, just reacting to a video clip when she says something that's totally out of control or whatever. Then I would also like to do house cleaners, decluttering videos, because I'm very big on organizing and decluttering. I helped a lot of people out while I was in the States, aside from my job that I had, and maybe a little bit of 600-pound life, but most likely not, because I'm not really into weight all that much. I mean, I am an obese person, and I do have a food addiction. That's probably why the algorithms kept throwing Amberlyn Reed at me back in 2018, but I don't need to be talking about nothing but people, that stick out weight related. But I would like to do one video on Eugenia Cooney, maybe without her saying anything. And that is because I've had a very interesting encounter with somebody that was struggling with putting weight on. And I would like to talk about that. So I'm going to do maybe one video about Eugenia Cooney, and then maybe videos about the 1980s. I know a bunch of us are into that time period. And also videos about Germany, maybe, where I talk about cliches about Germany up to this day that I would like to clean up. I did that during my 11 years in the States. That was always fun. And videos about the United States, where people have certain perceptions of the United States that I cannot confirm. I would like to do that. And so that kind of content is coming up in future months. I'm still taking notes. It's still too hard to even concentrate on anything right now. And you know that most of my videos are talking, and so I have to be able to concentrate. Alright, that's it for the announcements, and since Amber hasn't posted a new video, and I refuse to react to the one where she just tells the same lies over and over again in her latest video with the official weigh-in. Oh my god, how many day ones has that woman had, and why does she still get to even talk about them? And so she was talking about things that she's going to do and what she's struggling with, and at this point it's just not even interesting anymore. It's not even cute anymore when she does it. because she uses the same phrases over and over again, and that's how she, without wanting to do it, without planning on doing it, she pushes reaction channels into thinking, okay, what am I going to say to it this time? Because she keeps repeating herself. And so, yeah, I'm not going to react to that video. But what I did is I looked back about a year ago what she looked like when she said that she's 470 pounds. And I would just, like to say to that, so about a year ago she was 470 pounds. Then she ate herself all the way to 520 pounds, and that was actually January 1st, her weigh-in. And so imagine that from last August to January, just gaining 50 pounds. And that is admittedly, we all know that she's lying about her weight because she's always trying to hide it, which I don't get, because it's very obvious when she gains a lot of weight. It's not like she only gains a couple of pounds and tries to hide that from us. She gains tens of pounds. And so in this case, she had gained from 470 all the way to up to 520. That's 50 pounds in roughly six months. And so February she claimed she was 508, April she claimed 523, and she peppered in that the first time she weighed in at the weight loss clinic was 533 or something like that. And then in May 525.5, in June 524. You know how she's just lying because she realized she had gained so much weight. The beginning of July was when she started with the breakup arc, which was complete bullshit. And I know some of you believe it, I respect that, but I have a very strong feeling, it's my gut instinct telling me that YP had been gone for quite a while. She only came by to drop off the P.O. box packages and helped her out with maybe, wiping and doing the cat litter boxes and stuff that Amber simply cannot do. And so the breakup arc was complete BS, but it got her views to go back up. But we all know that she had rapidly gained a lot of weight in the past few months, and it was visible. It was very visible. And so when I always call her a 600-pounder because I think it's more likely she's in that range already. When you compare her to 2019, when she was weighing admittedly only 572.4. At the time, I was calling her a 600-pounder already, because when you say you're 550 and then you put on so much weight and then you say, oh, I gained 20 pounds. No, because we all have eyes. We see her expand like a yeast ball. And so she can lie all she wants. The number actually makes no difference. But the reason why I'm pointing it out is because it makes her a permanent liar. She continuously lies about her weight, and I don't get why. Why can't she just admit, so I'm 600 now, so I told you about the whole weight loss surgery arc, and I packed on 50 more, so I'm 650, whatever the number may be. Why can that girl not be honest? Because she rejects herself. She rejects what she does to her body. She resents it, and so she doesn't want to admit to it, and so to us she comes off as a liar. And so I would like to show here a little bit what she looked like last year when she weighed roughly 470 pounds. And so now she's admittedly up to, well, she claimed to have been up to 540s. And now she's saying, and I'm thinking it's diuretic pills, guys, that she's been popping since she decluttered her medicine cabinet. She claims to be down to the 520s, which I don't believe. Plus, she's weighing herself on a scale that tops out at 550. And so that was a big mistake. I mean, she claimed to have broken the scale that topped out at $7.50, so she didn't use that one anymore and told us she got another talking scale that tops out at $5.50. And for somebody that's packed on so many pounds, I think it's idiotic, and that's why also it's not worth me reacting to when she talks about her weight. I mean, the content that I can tolerate lately, you guys know I cut out when she eats, when she deals with food, because she shows her sausage fingers. It looks like somebody put was blowing up her hands. It's painful to me to look at her hands. The arcs or arches of her hands are so swollen, and her fingers are like sausage. It's painful to look at. Plus, she doesn't know how to cook. And so when she butchers something with a knife, it physically hurts me. So I'm not showing when she deals with food, when she eats food, when she talks with Feline, when she does show up to help her out with things, because she is so obnoxious. And so, how can you be flirty with an ex-girlfriend that at first you claim it was a mutual breakup, then you admit to it not being mutual anymore because you want her back, even though she had hinted at YP being abusive. And then it's just all back and forth. Her vlogs and what she says in them are as confusing as what her thought world might be in her head. That's how I always imagine it. But it's a bitch to react to, because what do you say to these things when she completely makes no more sense and contradicts things sometimes she even said in the same video. And so, yeah, so let's look at a few clips what she looked like last year. We're gonna do this without sound because I cannot bear her voice right now. She did a voice over on this one, and she sounded like she was actually commenting on a fashion show, and that is just completely idiotic to me, and that's why I'm not letting her speak in this one. But we can see how big she was at roughly 470 pounds. We see that she doesn't have the big, the double chins, the greasy hair already. I mean, for that alone, somebody should do a wellness check on her. Totally aside from the other things, how she cannot take care of her pets anymore and, her household. And we see that her upper arms are way smaller. You see this. She's been flaunting her upper arms during the whole weight loss surgery arc, and it looks like she has bat wings now. And so she was significantly smaller in this one. And what I do not like also is how she downplays when she's gained, let's say, from 470 up to 540. She just, she never says, hey, I gained 70 pounds within the past 8 to 10 months. She doesn't make these statements because her delusion won't let her. And so, also for those of you that have been wondering about me making the video proving that she can't wipe herself anymore, you can tell that every single time she runs her hands over her butt. When we see her like almost full size, full body like this, and now imagine her sitting on the toilet trying to wipe herself. There's no way she can reach. There's not a toilet bowl big enough to make it possible for her to even reach down towards her butt. And so, in my mind, there's absolutely no doubt she cannot wipe herself anymore. And so, so that was a torrid haul. You see how she goes over her butt like that, and it shows. And I think that is why people call her a dinosaur, because that dinosaur with the tiny hands or short arms. That's why. This clip is also from roughly a year ago, and you can see she's so much smaller than she is now. And she's gonna show her current weight. I mean, the weight that she once for us to believe, 484. So she was well on her way towards the 500s already, which I believe she just tells us numbers. It's fake. She doesn't want to admit to gaining much more weight, and so she keeps lying about that. In this video she also showed her full body, or almost. You can see it here, a lot smaller than she is now. Let's see. It's just amazing to me how she has to continue lying about her weight. It's alright to be a certain amount of weight, just don't lie about it. And if you want to lie about it, then lie better, you know. And so I think that was another haul she did there. Her hair, a complete mess. Yeah, so holding these tents into the camera with all due respect. I mean, why hold them up? People look up these items on the torrid site anyway. And so, yeah, that was kind of cute how she did the jump cut. But yeah, so much smaller than she is now, or that she was during the whole weight loss surgery arc, where she was lying to us about being on track and gaining so much weight. That was so ridiculous, and that's something people that come to her channel now need to keep in mind. You know, just look back a few months and see how she was talking about you know, doing the damn thing and having healed her relationship with food. And then months later, she admits to having gained tens of pounds. You know, of course, she never, like I said, never puts it bluntly, like saying, I gained 70 pounds in 2022 alone. I don't know how much she weighed in 2022. I was taking a break from her then. And so, yeah, now she's just sitting here. That's boring. This video here is another video from 2022, roughly 1 year ago, where she was talking about her experiences with Ozempic. She's holding a TED Talk about something that later on turned out to be lies, most of it. And what she also didn't admit at the time was that she was popping Delta gummies. She admitted that in earlier this year in 2023.
Welcome to a new video. So I figured we would do like a weight loss talk, weigh-in, update, moment, situation type deal.
See, and now we know how she acts on Delta, and I didn't react to her at the time because, again, in 2022 I took a break from her, but how she acts differently when she's on Delta gummies, but she just didn't tell her audience that she was taking Delta gummies at the same time while being on Ozempic.
Because I know it's been very requested, which I completely understand. A lot of you, which I have seen. So I don't like reading comments, but I'm trying to read comments. I want to say I give myself up to like an hour after I upload a video, and
yeah, I call bullshit on that, because it's pretty apparent that she reads comments non-stop. That's why most of her vlogs are her defending herself against what people said in the comment section of her own channel and of reaction channels. And she also watches reaction channels to get a feel for what people are talking about, and to get content, of course, because her life is very boring.
And like after that, I'm not gonna read any of the comments. But during that hour, if I want to read a few, I can. So based on comments that I've seen and DMs that I've received, you guys say that it looks like I'm losing weight. So am I, or am I not? I'm here to spill the tea, all the tea. But there's a few things I want to talk about first. Weight loss surgery. A lot of people are like, why don't you just get weight loss surgery? I've gotten weight loss surgery and it helped me, it changed my life, etc., etc. I would if I had the money. Not every single...
See, she doesn't have the money, and I don't think she lies about this, because she's the kind of person that would make herself look better. She's a complete hypocrite. And so if she had actually put money aside, she would flaunt it. And over the years, she always said, like when people said, hey, why are you spending so much money on this and on that? And you know, with your health problems, you should always have money saved up. And she always claimed to have saved money. And then in Q&As with Becky, for example, they both admitted to being in debt. And Destiny told us that when Amber was working at the care facility, I think it was in Florida, creditors came and garnished her wages. And, you know, and there was also a case, I think it was in 2019, when the emergency room of a hospital had put one of her bills into collections because she just simply didn't pay it. And she always, like, what bugs me about this is when you don't have the money to pay a bill, that's a totally different thing. But she made roughly or over 10,000 US dollars a month. You know, so how is it that you feel it's okay not to pay a hospital that took care of you when you had completely neglected your body and had symptoms that scared you? You know, that's just another part of her personality where I'm thinking, wow, how does she still sleep at night? But we all know the answer to that. Not at all. She pops melatonin gummies and calls it fixing her sleep schedule.
Well, insurance, unfortunately, helps pay for weight loss surgery or does pay for weight loss surgery, which is unfortunate. Thankfully, there is the option of switching insurances. So that is something that I am interested in because...
Yeah, see, all these talks, you know, these TED Talks, all these talks about what she's going to do and appearing as though she has any idea what she's doing with her life. So back then people were sitting there listening to her talking about weight loss surgery or not, just to find out months later that she's gonna milk it for all it's worth and write that weight loss surgery arc all the way until, I think it was July, either June or July of 2023. You see, it's all, I'm not saying it's calculated. I think she is that dumb and she has no idea what she's doing. She also cannot remember what she said. It's much easier to remember the truth than to remember lies. And so she just willy-nilly blurts out things and then forgets about them, and later on she contradicts herself, and when then her haters remind her that she is contradicting herself, then she doesn't know what they're talking about and calls them crazy, you know?
Because I have not been good with money in the past.
She has not been. She's been wasting all of her money.
Things that I know now, I wish I would have known years ago, because I grew up with zero money, like literally nothing.
She keeps saying that, but it's not necessarily a natural consequence. Like when it could be, you know, when you've grown up poor, then you come across money that you spend it on things that maybe you shouldn't. And my parents always said you can learn how to save money from rich people, because if they were constantly wasting their money, they wouldn't be rich anymore, you know. And in her case, though, I'm thinking, if you've been this poor, why are you not panicking about spending money? She spends it left and right and on junk, and she clutters her apartment. Then she prides herself in always giving stuff away. Yeah, you bought it with money, but she doesn't feel like she's deserved the money because she knows deep down inside, maybe subconsciously, she knows that she hasn't deserved the money that she's making on YouTube. But she needs to pay her bills, and so she continues making these videos. But what I always fail to understand is how she's trying to justify wasting her money. Does she want to be poor again? I mean, when you see your views going down the way hers did after 2019, or was it a dramatic drop in 2021 when she treated Becky like shit post breakup? You know, Becky had told her, I can't do this anymore and I have to take care of myself, because Amber never did. She didn't take care of Becky. Uh, Becky had nobody helping her with her problems, and she had to be a 24/7 caretaker. And Amber didn't find anything wrong with that. And so when she saw her views dropping, why did she not say, ooh, maybe I better put some money aside for emergencies? She didn't, because she told us earlier this year she doesn't even have 23,000, which then later on she changed to 30,000 dollars for weight loss surgery, you know. And what happened to the whole thought of having an insurance that pays for it in Kentucky? You know, I do not understand. And so every time you go back on her channel, it comes pretty clear what a waste of time it is to watch her, because there's never a clear line. There's never, she does something, she actually follows through and accomplishes something. It never happens. It just never happens. And so she's all talk and no action steps, and she only talks about action steps but doesn't take them, and that makes her super annoying to watch. I'm gonna cut her off here because she's just talking about Ozempic and how she's taking it every Monday and what the symptoms are and yada yada. We all know she went off of Ozempic. Later on she admitted to taking Delta gummies, which gave her the munchies, so she gained weight while being on Ozempic. It's just, you know, it's a big whirlwind of shit. And so I'm gonna skip to the next video. So there she is doing another try-on haul. And she does look bigger to me already. But again, to me, and this is not the purpose of this channel, to me it's not, oh, she looks big. That is not, you know, I walk by people downtown and I don't even look twice. But to me it's how it's not apparent to her how she's gaining weight, how she doesn't see it, even though once in a while she does admit it.
I know that I'm gaining weight, like I actively see it in my face when I'm editing, and it kind of shocks me.
But with her it's like massive weight gains that she just simply doesn't admit to, doesn't acknowledge, you know. And so yeah, in this one she looks smaller too. Her upper arms appear to be, see what's hanging down here, look much larger already. And I'm thinking maybe the reason why she gained so much weight last year is because my instinct is correct about Philly not being there anymore. You know, YP had moved out, and so she was sad, and so she kept gaining weight. And then Vlogmas they did together, probably, you know, pre-filming and throwing gifts at each other. But during Vlogmas 2022, this is when I got back into the Amber, you know, verse, is when she was really obnoxious. She must have been on those Delta gummies the entire time.
Oh, look! Oops. No, I actually can't breathe on the line. Babe, I think I'm dying. It hurts so bad. Ah! Go!
With her screeching. Yeah, her arms were getting bigger, her fupa was much more filled out. Her, I don't even know if you, with her, you can call it that, the donut top. Or a muffin top, I don't even know what it's called. But yeah. Seems like the, oh yeah, the shelf butt is very pronounced. So now she's putting her sneakers on because she's about to go for a walk. And again, this was roughly a year ago, possibly August 2022. And you notice there are not too many jump cuts, which means she had a lot easier time breathing. Now she can't even stand in front of us without doing jump cuts because she's out of breath.
So I'm just taking a little walk. Got my tennies on instead of my flats. The socks I got from Myers in that one vlog where I was vlogging buying socks, they literally are so damn comfortable. So I'm so glad I made that choice. It is muggy. Muggy. It feels so disgusting. Like, it feels wet. I mean, it was raining earlier, but it hasn't rained in a few hours, so I should have brought my keys for the mailbox. I forgot. So I just did some walking and now I'm just sitting on this rock.
This part here, it hit me that she has darting eyes, like almost like Chantal. I wonder why people are like that. Maybe you can help me out in the comments. It is apparently in the middle of the night or in the evening. I mean, I doubt that she would go out for a walk at her size by herself in the middle of the night. But it's in the evening or it's dark outside and she keeps looking around. Like, she doesn't leave the house during the day, or she didn't. Maybe because she doesn't want to get any backlash for her appearance, even though, and this is something else that doesn't want to register with me, if you so little approve of your appearance, why not work on it? Especially with as vain as she is. She's in love with her appearance from the neck up, and that's all she sees in the viewfinder, and so she keeps IFing herself and doing duck lips and stuff like that. But look at this part where she keeps looking around because she's worried about somebody coming at her, and that is a direct consequence of what she does on her channel. She's detached from reality, and so she runs her mouth, she eggs on people, she provokes them, she elicits hate, and when she's out in public, she's scared shitless that all the things that she said in her videos are gonna come back to her, because in real life she wouldn't dare to say 5% of what she dares to say on her channel.
But I was just thinking, like, there's this trail I really want to go on because there's like this bridge moment where you get to like walk over the road. I don't know.
See how confused she is. Talks about wanting to go on trails, on hikes, you know, and then just consistently gains weight. Over 70 pounds. So it's useless to talk to her. She never means what she says. Those thoughts never stay in her mind long enough to turn into a motivation. You know?
Little things in life make me happy.
No, they do not. You complain about everything.
But like, I really want to do it, but like, my 572.4 pound knee, my bed-bound me, makes me feel scared too, because it's like, oh my god, so many cars.
Can you imagine a 600-pounder seeing her on the side of the road, holding a camera in her face?
I'm getting anxiety. Wait a minute, I'll be right back. I'm so awkward, oh my god. So my bed-bound me, my past self me, it feels like I can't do it, but it's like, I know I can, especially like if I didn't walk super fast, I kind of just like enjoyed it and stuff like that. It's like, no, I can't walk miles and miles, but I can walk some of the trail, you know? So,
Or you could sit down, give up, and just stuff your face, and that's what actually happened.
so I'm just so excited for fall because walking in the summer is just not cute. Like, I'm so hot, like, ew. But
She could have also gotten up her stamina inside her apartment with the AC running, you know, for months on end, the entire summer. And she didn't.
yeah, I see a trail in my future, in my horizon. I see it in my horizon.
Yeah, maybe a trail mix. There was no trail in her future.
Is anyone else a people watcher? Like, you have to really, like, pay attention to people and, like, your surroundings when you're...
Okay, what she means is not a people watcher, because people watcher are people that sit in cafes and actually watch people. What she's doing here is making sure that nobody comes and attacks her, which she couldn't fight off anybody anyway. So I don't know why she keeps looking around like that.
in public. Me. So I'm like always looking at people and like, I don't know, I kind of look like a creep. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know. I think it's like an anxiety thing. Plus it's good to be aware of your surroundings.
Okay, that's definitely a good point. But I don't, I'm always aware of my surroundings, and but I wouldn't know how to handle myself, but I don't look around the way her and Chantal do. They almost look like they just killed somebody and they're trying to hide it and they're hoping nobody saw it. That's the kind of looking around they do in my books. I just, with me it's just the eyes, and I perceive, energies from people. So if somebody approaches me, I already look at them like, what are you doing in my personal bubble,
So anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling and I'm gonna keep on walking.
See, it's not that hard filming herself walking, and she could do it now. I don't need that. Yeah, and so I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to make the video too long. I just wanted to put a video out for you guys and not leave you hanging, since I skipped the weigh-in video of Amber. And so, I'm glad, again, I want to say it again, I'm so happy that Becky was getting so much positive attention and so much support, and that is probably the reason why Amber felt she has to put out content while Becky and Logan were live. And so Amber put out the weigh-in video, which was just lies again. You can just tell. Somebody asked me in the comments how I know for sure that she's lying in her weigh-ins or faking her weigh-ins, and it's simply because I have eyes. I see what she looked like last year. And now I'm showing it to you guys. What she looked like last year. Then she was visibly heavier. Like you can tell, this was in the summertime, so roughly August 2022. And then you see her during Vlogmas, being massively heavier. And then the whole weight loss surgery arc happened throughout the first 6 months, I think, of the year. And then the beginning of July, she started with the breakup lies. And she's been continuously gaining weight. And when you weigh 470 pounds, and then let's say just look at her during Vlogmas, she must have been well over 500 already. And then, sitting on that toilet during the toxic gossip train, I mean, come on. It's not hard to tell that she's not telling us the correct weight. And so, but to be very specific, I have no scientific proof. I just have eyes, and I see, when she says, oh, I gained a couple of pounds, and we see her like gaining massively, it can't be right. And my gut instinct tells me that. And I might be wrong, but I have not been so far when it comes to her, because she's sending out signals that she's desperate for views, she's a liar. She'd rather be known as a liar than not have any interesting content. I also think she's extremely dumb. Her IQ, there's no way it's between 135 and 45, because she's very dumb. I mean, she doesn't, she's not capable of grasping certain concepts like, how do they know that I've gained so much weight? Because we can see her. She's lacking intelligence, and she's trying to lie to a whole bunch of people, like to thousands of people, Of course not 224,000 people, because she doesn't have that many subscribers. She bought them, and so they're dead. They're not real people. They're just, statistics. But if you look at her views, then you see how many viewers she actually has. And it's not even all the viewers. She has fewer viewers than that. And just imagine it like this. She puts up a video and somebody runs and tries to tell her that they don't agree with what she's doing. So they click on the video. It's already one view. Then they leave a comment. That's another view. Then somebody responds to that comment, so that person comes back to respond to the response to their comment, and so every one of them is a view. And so when you look at her channel and you see she's got 50,000 views, it is not 50,000 different people. It is 50,000 times that somebody, and it might have been the same person within a few days, has clicked on her video. So 50,000 times, but not 50,000 different viewers. All right, I gotta get ready for work, and so I'm gonna wrap this up here. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!